Meow.
If you had to pick one single player campaign experience video game to play, like you can still play all your other multiplayer games, but every day you have to play this one. At least an hour, but it's your requirement. Like you have to play this one to play the rest, but you have to play it every day. And the moment you don't, you have to cut off the tip of one of your fingers.
like the day that I don't, like if it's like when it comes.
You
to
have
the end of the day,
that whole 24. Yeah. So you have the whole. But
so
if 12:01
day,
comes and you didn't play it
for 60 minutes,
yeah. I mean, you can get rid of your ring fingers. You don't use those, right?
I mean,
just on the keyboards. But even then, you can use it with a nubbin.
You could figure it out with a pinky.
Yeah, or you could just put something extra on the end, like a thimble.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good idea. Permanent thimble.
Yeah.
Dude, I could probably play Red Dead 2 for an hour every day. You know, you could get something done, like or not, and just ride around and just enjoy the landscape.
Pictures.
Yeah. So, I think that's a game I could throw in every day. Does the loading time count toward my time?
Nope.
Oh, so I could play another game.
Active gameplay.
I could play another game while it's loading.
Yes,
and then switch over.
Because in retroactive, you've already grandfathered in your playtime. So.
Right.
But you do have to play. You do have to mount something. You have to get your horse.
Try to do like achievements and stuff. Try to do the gambling challenges because they're impossible.
But what do you do when you 100% the game in 3 years?
Just
because even when the
around.
PlayStation 7 comes out, you've already committed to playing Red Dead 2. So
I guess I'm keeping my PS4, dude. I'll just fucking ride around.
I'm sure by then you could do it on PS Now.
I can't play Red Dead Online.
Doesn't count. You have to play the single
okay.
player by yourself, no friends experience.
I feel like that game has dude, if you can't do it with that game, I don't know what game you could do it with, you know?
Fallout.
Pokemon Snap. Yeah, something like that. Oblivion, Skyrim. One of those type of games would be a good choice.
What about a stand-up like cabinet arcade? What would you put in your place?
God.
It has to be one game, not this shit where you're like, choose
10,
from one of the 30.
Man. Dude, I'd probably have to go with like what was it, NBA Jam?
Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah, that or like Metal Slug.
Metal Slug's too good. It's too hard, too.
It's really hard. But
Fuck
that's
those
kind
games.
of the point, though, too. You can play it a lot and like
leave the coin slot open.
Exactly. If it's your system, you're not putting coins in. You just have what do they call them?
Unless you put a change machine in your place and then
you can make money off yourself.
Yeah, off yourself. It's just but then you have friends that come over. You start hosting parties.
Yeah, but you are the guy that has enough money to buy the cabinet in the first place. Why are you charging them to play your game?
Because cabinets are not that expensive anymore. It's not.
How much is it?
You can get a fully functioning cabinet with no mods on the board for like $600.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, they're pretty affordable. Plus, you can get them like refurbished. You know,
right.
So there's a whole market for those.
Yeah.
My
Would you get like Donkey Kong and try to break the record? Try to break what's his nuts?
Oh, fuck that! No. I would look at it as a business venture. So I would get a 2-player, maybe a 4-player game, so that when I do have events and parties and stuff, people will come by and play it. Now, it pays for the drinks that I had to buy for said party.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. If you put it at the forefront of your party, if you're like, we're going to have a contest, but you have to buy in. Every time you play, you have to supply your own quarters.
Man, that would be cool.
That would be kind of cool. Or you do the card thing. Swipe it.
That seems like, I feel like there's less that can go wrong with a coin machine, Like
I think you're wrong.
Because
it's mechanical.
But yeah, I can like buy a new spring. I can buy like pieces for it.
But you have to take it apart.
But as soon as the card reader goes out, I'm like, oh, now I have to call.
You get a new program, dude.
A new Yeah,
you just get a new program.
Just a new app, bro. Just attach your square to it.
Yeah.
And fucking put your card in.
Yeah. Into the aux hole. Yeah.
It's the honor system. No, we trust you. Just make sure you swipe your card first.
Mm-hmm.
The moment you can actually use your debit card I guess that's what a casino is, huh?
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, you have to load the card, though. If they can do it, you can do it for the arcade machine.
Why don't they just? Oh, there's probably fees. I was like, why don't they just let you use your card? But
Yeah, probably.
it's probably per transaction. That would probably get expensive.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, my childhood arcade. They had a sign in the window that was like, everything here is for sale. So like they would sell their arcades and like at really hella cheap, and then they'd bring in new ones.
Right.
Which was part
That's
of
cool.
the glory.
Oh, that's a good idea. That's a good arcade.
Yeah, fucking dope.
It's not just like, well, here's your games, fucking play them.
And they would buy them too, so you'd get like the classic ones in sometimes too. And
pretty much like if I got a new one in and you're like, I want that, and they're like, it's like $2,500, you go, okay, that's what it, and they'd be like, all right, if that's the deal, then we got it.
From what I hear, if you were in the city, they'd deliver it to you for free.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
They were probably selling it for like 4 times the market value.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably, but it's the new game in there, and you're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I knew a guy, he bought one of those
probably just bought a new one, just the same one.
He bought one of those like those Daytona ones. Do you remember those shitty race ones that you can connect like 12 of them to?
Yeah.
He bought like 4, and he said he got them for like $1,000 or something.
All 4 of them, or
Yeah.
like $1,000 each?
No. He got all 4 for $1,000.
That's pretty fun.
So it sounds like they're just like, no, we're done with these games.
Yeah,
They're not paying.
They take up too much space and they
really
use too
do.
much energy.
Yeah, you know what never got sold was the skee ball machines.
What is that?
The fucking and then it goes.
Oh,
into the thing. Nobody ever bought.
Nobody
those.
bought them, or they didn't
No.
want to. They're like, we're not getting.
Well,
rid
I
of
don't know, because
those are classics.
they were there. You know, they were always there.
But like, that seems impossible to move. That seems like something that you have to build where you want it.
Maybe that's why they're like, we can't deliver
They're
it
like,
to you,
dude. We can't get it out of here. It won't fit. There's not a door big enough. We have to take the roof off.
I want one now.
A
That'd be
skee ball
cool.
machine?
Yeah.
If you had a skee ball machine in your house, that'd be pretty badass.
Like
dude.
a wooden,
yeah,
solid balls and shit.
Yeah, I want a big one, like an adult size one. Because if you go now to like the arcades, they're like 8 feet long. And
Oh,
you're
yeah.
like, oh, I'm not a child anymore. Like,
Yeah, I will
this
put a
isn't that-
hole in the wall,
yeah, this
bro.
isn't that hard. You should just make it with bowling balls, like bowling ball size, bowling alley style. Woo!
You gotta check out your ball every time you want to play
Yeah.
the game.
Or like it has different. You just give different weights. Adds a different element to it, dude. It's
Ooh,
not
just
the
like
same,
random?
Yeah, it's not the same size anymore.
They're all
every single time.
they're the same white balls, but they're all different. And
Sure.
there's one that's like 18 pounds.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, you could even mark it. I don't think it'll matter. You're gonna pick it up anyway.
That's true. Your last ball.
So,
I really want an arcade now. I'm not even like
dude,
as a
let's buy an arcade. How much do you think it would cost to start an arcade?
to start.
Yeah.
I mean,
If we went downtown. Like,
realistically, you just need the space. You know.
yeah.
The space is fine as long as you have enough plugs.
Well, I mean, you have to get the cabinets and shit.
But then we buy the ones that are like 10,000.
You know what we start with is like we just take both our PlayStations and like my PC and we're like, hey, you guys can come in and play for like an hour for like $50.
Welcome to the LAN layer.
Yeah, it's just like 4 machines in like this huge fucking room, and the kids walk in like, what is this? And like, we're working on it.
Yeah.
So
Also, if you want to record your podcast here, totally fine with
yeah,
it.
whatever you want to do.
That would be dope. I mean, I feel like that's what the Game Lab is. It's just a big space with shit in it. You know?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, because they're open on weird days. Hey, Riverside
Yeah.
Game Lab, be just open,
Yeah, just be open,
bro. Like
Yeah.
you
what
can't.
What did we wanted to go on like a Sunday or something.
Yeah,
right?
they're open like Thursday to Saturday or something. Fucking
5
11 to
11.
8 or
Yeah,
some
it's-
bullshit.
It's a weird.
Yeah, hey,
time.
do you want to go when everyone's working?
Yeah, right.
Fucking A.
I
Even
mean,
Dave and
honestly.
Buster's is open till 11.
Yeah,
bro.
well, they have alcohol and shit.
That's true, and
So
food.
does the game lab.
Yeah,
They
the
serve
food lab's
alcohol,
right there.
So I don't know why
There's
they would.
options. I don't know. It's probably an employee thing. They probably don't have
Probably.
enough people that want to work for minimum wage at an arcade. You know what? I would. That seems cool.
Honestly, it's probably about the same as what I'm making now.
See if they're hiring. Get an in. See if we can get 50% off games.
I get a fucking free subscription or whatever they do. Do you think they have like a subscription thing, or
What do you
like
mean?
like I pay a month and I can just go play as much as I want?
They should. But I feel like that would cut into their profits.
Probably. It'd have to be a lot.
Yeah. What is the most you'd be willing to pay?
You just like $25 a month.
A month? Bro, you put 25 in a day, in an hour.
Yeah, I know. That's how it works. No, like you have tiers of like you can play like you start at like you can just play like any of the cabinet games for free, and then the next one up is like you can play all the cabinet games plus like our
Oculus.
consoles or whatever it is. Well, that's gonna be the top tier. You know, top tier is like everything, including like the VR experience.
Interesting. I was thinking more along the lines of like blackout hours. Like you can play for free between 10 and 2.
Oh,
you know,
okay.
Or you can come in for the whole day. We call it the Black Pass.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
And then, what would I pay for that though? 5 days a week, unlimited play. It's like a $500.
Assuming you could even go.
What do you mean?
Like assuming you had time to go.
I guess, but
play.
that's not the Game Lab doesn't. That's not their problem, you know.
Yeah.
You better make the time if you're paying that. Because like a Disney annual pass is like a G, you know.
Yeah, but this isn't fucking Disneyland, bro.
It's better. You're right. It's closer. I don't have to pay for parking.
I'm not paying $1,000 a year.
You're missing out. I'm gonna get this goal.
Hey, listen!
Hello, listeners. Welcome to Gameboiz. Sitting across from me is my co-host, as per usual, Mr. Willie D20.
What's good?
William Henderson. How you do? Dude, I just noticed you have a case on your phone finally.
Yeah, I mean, I've had it for a minute.
Yeah, but you were Mr. I don't need a case for my phone.
I don't need a case. I just got this because I liked it.
Hmm.
It's D&D.
Where'd you get it? Did you print it?
No, it was like Amazon.
Oh.
I think. I don't really remember.
That's cool.
But I saw it and I was like, I want it. To be honest, I thought that the red part was see-through when I saw it. Because like they showed
your phone's red too.
Well, they showed the case on a phone, and I was like, I can't tell if that's a red phone or if that's part of the case. And I thought it would have been dope if they would have made it clear, but still had like that the logo in white. So like whatever phone you had, it would just be that color. But
that would be sick on like a black phone if it was clear. That would be
or
super
like
dope.
Purple, blue. Like it would look cool no matter what. So like, but you know, it is what it is. But it still matches my
goddamn Chinese.
Yeah, they don't
ruining
know what the fuck
phone
they're doing.
cases.
They have a good idea and they just ruin it with one thing.
Yeah, like coronavirus.
Yeah.
It was a good idea.
It was a good idea.
But you guys let it loose.
Just keep it
crazy,
contained,
dude.
man.
Did you? Speaking of, I just read this yesterday. The Chinese government is like, no, it wasn't us. like they're refusing to let anyone into Wuhan to investigate. They're just no, trust us. We did the investigation. It didn't come from here. Like, what?
Yeah, but now it seems like people are pretty accepting of like the idea that it did come from the lab and like get leaked.
I mean, when it came out, I was like, that seems crazy. Let me see if there's other ideas. And then when they came with the other ideas, I was like, well, the crazy one seems the most likely now.
Yeah.
That, someone forgot to close a door. Like,
yeah. Well, did you see Jon Stewart he was on like Stephen Colbert a few weeks, maybe like a month ago.
Mm-mm.
And he was kind of saying like, let's think about this logically. Okay. They're telling us it came from a wet market in, what was this?
Wuhan.
In Wuhan.
Wuhan.
And there's a lab there named after the virus that was caught at the wet market in Wuhan. What are the odds that it's not from that lab?
And the Chinese government says 100%, bro. It's 100% it's not from there.
Right there. Like, if it was like, I don't know, like the AIDS research, Wuhan research lab, and then coronavirus came from we'd be like, okay, it probably wasn't from that lab.
Yeah.
But if AIDS,
there was like
an AIDS epidemic
in Arkansas,
in Wuhan, and they're like, well, there's an AIDS lab right there. We're like, oh, that would make sense.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's kind of different because it's different kind of contagion, but you know what I mean. Like, but it's the same idea.
Yeah, it's Occam's razor. Like the most likely outcome, or the most likely is probably the most true.
Yeah.
Just bottom line.
Yeah.
Sorry, one dude forgot to wash his hands and went to lunch.
It's
like,
the
I don't know
path
what to
of
tell
least
you.
resistance.
Yeah.
Is probably Yeah, I agree.
And with how hard the Chinese are like, no, you should talk to like New Zealand and shit. Like it wasn't us though, for sure. I saw Chernobyl, bro.
It's just yeah, right. It's the same thing. It's just it would have been so much easier if like we would have just been real about it from the beginning.
Yeah, or they're like, oh yeah, you're our bad.
Oh, our bad.
That's why we're welding people into their houses now. Do you remember that?
No.
They were just like shutting people in
That's
for
crazy.
a week. They're like, go in. If not, we're gonna lock you in. Bro.
I remember like seeing the videos of them like doing the basically like flamethrower for pesticides or whatever.
Oh,
and
yeah.
whatever the hell they were spraying. I was like, that looks
that
terrifying.
was so dystopian.
Yeah, I was like that. I wouldn't want that.
Especially
near
the
me.
dudes in their hazmat suits
Yeah.
behind the trucks that are spraying. You're like,
Yeah,
oh shit,
no.
that's real.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. I mean, when I remember like getting my first COVID test, I was like, dude, this looks like a fucking zombie movie. Because you're like pulling through, there's like tents and cones, and they're like, don't go any further. They're like really serious about it. I was like, well,
Guys with guns
dude,
and
they
shit.
wouldn't let you put your window down too far. It's like, well, you fucking calm down, dude. Like, I'm gonna put it. You're gonna stick something in my mouth,
Right?
Like, who cares if my window is down?
Went to get a test like closer to the end, and like it was still a little odd because it was zombie movie-esque, but I was the only one in the line at that point. And so, but they were still doing the precautions, like they'd hold the bag with their grabber.
Yeah.
Like, come on, dude, like
Yeah.
just throw it through my window. I don't care at this point.
Right.
It was kind of weird. It was very like a paradigm shift. Like it makes me wonder what life was like during the Great Depression because we only have pictures, and whereas like our kids are gonna wonder like, well, what was that pandemic? Assuming they don't have one, but they're gonna be like that. That sounds like you guys are being dramatic. That your tests were 300 cars deep for 2.5 hours. Like no, that was.
Well, I mean, I never waited that long.
Me either.
So.
I just stayed inside. But like for some people, that was a reality. You know? Once a week, they'd have to go
you live in LA.
Yeah, and apparently, I didn't find this out till later that those curative tests. You can't even. They're not even like real. They were just to try to catch positives.
I mean, yeah.
I didn't know that if you got a one of those tests that the false negative percentage was so high.
Oh, I see what you mean. I thought that, like the way you said it was like they're just out there to try to find positive. I mean, yeah, that's kind of the idea of the test is to figure out who's positive.
You couldn't use that test and then get on a plane to go travel.
I see.
Because I looked into it. Apparently, the CEO...
They were on the better safe than sorry end.
Yeah. But their CEO, I guess, was a tech guy. He wasn't in...
Well, yeah. How else are they? What are they going to do without tech?
No, but
We're just going to fucking put it in their mouth.
He wasn't investing in...
Positive for COVID. That tastes very COVID-y.
It turned green.
Yeah, my tongue is numb, so I think I have COVID.
No, he was like a... like not even a venture capital. Like his company created tests for like... hemorrhoids or something. Like they were a test creating company, not a medical company screening for like pathogens.
Both things that are pains in the asses though.
But it's like the way it was marketed to me out here was that like this was if you test negative you don't have it.
Yeah.
And like that's how, as far as I know, that people were treating it too. Like, I'm good, but it's
hey, if you take that test and it comes back negative and you're positive, that's not on you. You know what I mean? And like that's not your fault.
I mean, I guess you did do your due diligence.
Yeah. And it's like if this test is accepted by, I mean, that's the people that like my employers used. So like if that test isn't good enough,
it's because they didn't want to pay for the real one.
Yeah.
Bro.
Well, if it's good enough for them, then like this should be good enough. Like that's enough for me. And I mean, dude, it worked for me. I mean, I never caught it. Do you know what's funny is like anytime you say I never caught COVID, people are always like, you probably had it early on. You probably got it way before you didn't realize it was COVID. I'm like, no, dude, I never got COVID.
Every comedian was like, no, I definitely had it early on. Like I definitely got every fucking person.
Dude, in like January of 2019, I had this cough. And I'm like, dude, it's because you smoke 18 cigarettes a day. What are you talking about?
You smoke 12 here.
Yeah.
At the
like,
mic, bro.
Yeah. Like you're coughing right now as you're speaking. What are you talking? Like you're always coughing.
I'm not contagious, bro. I had it a long time. I have
So
antibodies
stupid.
and stuff. I have a test for it.
Okay.
Every comedian.
Yeah.
I feel like no other employee was like, no, I didn't have it. Like, we're so fucking stupid.
So dumb.
We're smart but dumb.
Yeah.
That's
uneducated.
Yeah, we're smart dumb people.
Yeah,
that's
what it is.
Dumb smart people. What are we? Which one's more fitting?
Dumb smart people.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. Because you have to be at least of sound mind to be funny, I would say.
Yeah.
Arguably.
Yeah.
I do have a follow-up to one of our topics that we talked about last time.
Okay.
It's the Blizzard Activision people.
Uh-huh.
So this was posted July 27th, 11 a.m. it looks like.
Okay, this morning.
Yeah. And it says, video game developers at Activision Blizzard say that they will walk out on Wednesday. They're going to fucking leave.
Who is?
Developers, just a gang of their developers.
The men, probably?
I don't know. It's because of the lawsuit, because of how poorly the company is
handling it.
Yeah, like it's a lot of just talk like, oh yeah, we'll educate people, but nothing really put into place.
Right.
You know, it's just like a memo saying like, these are the steps we're going to take. But
hashtag every company ever.
Yeah.
Have you ever? Yeah. Every time something like this happens, this is exactly what goes down. Yeah. They have one thing about it, and this isn't just big rich companies either. People, this is all companies, all stores. Your little fucking stupid general store. When someone has a complaint about someone being rude, they have a little meeting and they go, "Okay, go on with your day."
Yeah.
That's all that happens.
Yep.
And so, like, this isn't like them ignoring it. This is just standard operating procedure for this kind of situation.
Basically. And I guess
it requires
not
more than that. It definitely requires more than that.
It's not enough. And they're saying, let's see, the quote says, we believe that our values as employees are not being accurately reflected in the words and actions of our leadership.
Yeah, we always knew that about Blizzard, though, right? I mean, this is the same company that laid off a bunch of people and then gave them $200 to their own store.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, so I'm not surprised at all, to be honest.
Yeah, and they're staging a walkout come, I guess,
tomorrow?
Tomorrow. Yeah.
Oh, God, what's going to happen to my WoW server?
It's going to be fine.
Oh, my God.
Nothing.
Yeah.
They're not...
The important people aren't walking out.
Yeah, no. The administrators are staying. The developers are leaving.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
Dude, let's face it, it's Blizzard. They're going to find more people like that. They have people on wait list, on speed dial.
Yeah, that says signatures for this petition have surpassed 2,600 as of last count.
What do you need a petition for?
I don't know, just letting you know these are how many. Yeah, for real.
Did you
just
see?
Fucking leave.
Did you? I don't. You know, I think somewhere along the lines in school, people misunderstood what a petition is for.
Yeah.
Because you see petitions for everything now. There was one to stop Jeff Bezos from coming back from space.
Mm-hmm. Imagine if that worked.
Oh, we're just all going to let this dude die? And, like, do you understand what you're even saying right now? Like, that is the single dumbest thing that I've ever heard. You're going to ban someone from Earth? Who the fuck are you? You know, who are you?
I'm admin, bro.
Get the fuck out of here, man. Like... That is the craziest thing I've ever heard in my whole life.
Yeah, I think a better use of their time would be to try and commandeer RPG.
Yeah,
and try to shoot them out of the sky.
Yeah, dude.
Do that.
Why don't you program a missile to shoot it? I don't know. People are so dumb.
I think clout chasing is the problem.
You genuinely think that you're going to get enough people to agree to leave Jeff Bezos in space?
Yeah.
Also, are you going to stop a rocket from coming back? What are you going to do? You're just going to stand on a launch pad like, well, if you're going to land, you're going to have to kill us.
You really only need to convince, like, the 10 people working the landing
idiots.
strip.
Oh, you mean the people that are getting paid $7 million a year? Yeah, dude, I'm sure you're going to easily convince them with your fucking memoir of why Amazon isn't nice to their employees.
Can you think of a single petition that's worked?
When I was in middle school?
No, go. Yeah, I want to hear of
there was a teacher that did this thing called, it was like random acts of kindness was the idea. And like you drew someone at random and like throughout the year you're supposed to do nice things for them, but they weren't supposed to know who you were. And the douchebags in my grade decided to start a petition to not have to do that. And when it got to it, I never signed it because I'm not a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
And when it got to a certain point, the teacher was like, all right, like, if you guys don't want to do it, like, I won't make you do it, but this is really messed up. Like, this is really messed up. Like, okay, like, I hear you.
Or what was the reasoning? What did...
Because they don't want to do, because Because kids are fucking assholes.
They write it in crayon?
They're like, I don't like them. I don't want to do anything nice for them. Like, that's the point. You fuck. That's the whole point. Is to that exact thing. And they're just like, I don't want to do that. I don't feel like being nice to someone.
It's fucking gay, bro.
Exactly. And it's just like, and what was funny is like, I remember when she like made the announcement and she was like crying, like the teacher, and like rightfully so, dude. She's trying to do nice things for kids, like underprivileged kids. You know, it was definitely geared towards that. But and then like, and she had the petition, like all the signatures. You know, you get presented with that shit, like that's part of it. So you know who signed it, and she was like going down it, and she was like, Brandon, why did you sign it?
Oh no.
And it was like a lot of like, I don't know. Yeah, a lot of that, like it was like everybody was doing it, and it was just, and I don't know, I didn't want to do it. I was like, you guys are fucking stupid. You don't even have a reason for not doing it. So I guess it worked, but not in like a legal sense. Like
she probably felt like so proud but so hurt at the same time.
Right.
That you guys could organize yourselves in such a fashion.
But you couldn't just buy someone some colored pencils, you fucking cunts.
Or I don't know, put their chair up or whatever at the end of the day. Fucking
dude. Like just small things, and it's she wasn't asking a lot.
Does the Declaration of Independence count as a petition?
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm gonna look up what the definition of a petition. What's the definition of petition?
Definition petition. That sounds like a fucking Schoolhouse Rock song.
The definition of petition is your American rights. Let's see. Google. What are you gonna tell me? There's change.org just sends you straight to a fucking. So it's a formal written request, typically one signed by many people appealing to authority with respect to a particular case. So I guess so.
Yeah, Declaration of Independence.
It's a petition, but it's more treason than anything.
Yeah, but petitions usually are. I mean, it's to authority, so it's like it's going against authority. So yeah, of course, it's inherently treasonous. Sort of. I guess you go that far.
You can bring up a top, I guess.
The Declaration of Independence specifically was, yes, very treasonous, but you know, a petition isn't. I mean, it doesn't.
I would have been one of the dudes. Hey, man, can I sign on the back?
Yeah. Do you have like invisible ink?
Yeah. They're like, no, that's where the map is.
Black light.
Shit. I tried.
Yeah.
That's so funny. That's my favorite document to look at, just because of their handwriting.
It's great. It's fantastic. Go to change.org. Let's see what the top petitions are.
All right, we're going to start our own petition to keep Gameboiz on the internet forever. Does that bother you, that once you put it on the internet, there's a good chance it's just there forever?
No, I've accepted it. I don't care.
It's like, you want to find stuff? Go look. Have a good time.
Dad, what'd you do when you were young? Fucking go on the internet, bitch. Figure it out.
All right. This one that pops up, featured in NBC, is Equal Rights for New Parents.
Huh?
I don't know. That's what it says.
What do you mean?
Let's see. This one has Becca's right to try and release the drug
specific person
that can save her life. These are what's happening on change.org. So this is one to release the drug that can save her life. It's
what's the drug? Hydroxychloroquine, oxycodone.
It's wrong. It's AstraZeneca. Why dude? They sell me that on the TV. Why can't you take AstraZeneca?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
You just need better insurance.
No, her doctor is just going, I don't think you need this. Yeah. And she's like, yes, I do. The TV says I do.
It'll grow my arm back.
And he's like, I'm not gonna sign off on this. Fine, I'll get a fucking petition and I'll bring you down, you bastard.
It's a petition directly to AstraZeneca.
Because her doctor won't sign her fucking prescription.
They're probably like, bitch, you can't afford this shit.
You don't need this. What's it for? No, that's not.
Nausea, heartburn, indigestion,
upset stomach, diarrhea.
I gotta click it to open. But this next one to Sony is make LeVar Burton the next host of Jeopardy.
Jesus Christ. Like, has that ever worked? That's not authority. There's no authority there.
There's Sony executives.
It's a company. It's a business. They're going to make a business decision. They don't care what people want.
There's a lot of BLM petitions.
Well, that makes sense.
I'm looking for some white people getting crazy though, because they ask for stupid
Stop
shit.
Blacks from voting.
Keep kids safe. I don't think you need a petition for that, bro.
Yeah, who? I'm not gonna sign that petition.
Keep kids safe.
Yeah, is there a keep kids dangerous?
Yeah, that's how you keep kids dangerous and
keep kids in danger.
Get rid of fucking peanut allergies and shit.
Yeah, dude.
This is a lot of just demanding justice and
yeah. Guess what? I don't think any of those work. Like, I think that website just makes millions of dollars off people's fails, hopes, and dreams.
For sure. This one's petition to the U.S. House of Representatives for $2,000 a month to every American. Hashtag money for the people.
For how long? Forever? Do you have stipulations? Do you have a business plan? Where's this money going to come from?
Did you see California's like taking the steps to initiate a universal basic income?
Really?
Yeah.
I know that we're going to get another stimulus check in like September.
Hopefully. I
think they passed it
through anymore, but I just look at my account and go, "Oh, I got extra. Cool.
Yeah,
that's nice."
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm sure it's far down the line, but we've actually taken active steps to initialize a UBI, which
it's getting kind of ridiculous out here.
Yeah, I think that's the only way to really be able to like stimulate the economy out here is to make sure everything is kind of taken care of, so we don't have to, like when you drive on any freeway between the hours of 6 and 9, the amount of people driving over an hour to go to their job is bananas.
Yeah.
Like, makes me want to blow my brains out and I'm not in traffic.
And on top of that, they're not even making enough money. It's not even worth it.
Yeah.
And I mean, they're making enough money. It's just the cost of living is so high now that it's not worth it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I've probably said this 100 times, but right now I'm working 40 hours a week. I live in the cheapest place I can possibly live, and I'm keeping my expenses way down, and I barely get by. Yeah. And it doesn't make sense. If I'm working 40 hours a week, I shouldn't have to struggle. Yeah. I don't care where I am. I don't care what you do. You shouldn't have to struggle.
For sure. Everything, I mean, it kind of makes it hard to stay, even in this like country as a whole, just to be on the bottom looking up and be like, it's kind of feels like nobody cares.
Yeah.
It's everything's about like it's about voting cycles, It's like, let's take care of this because we can get this done in 2 months, whereas like that's going to take 7 years.
Mm-hmm. But can I tell you, if I ever get on top, I'm shitting all over the people below me. I don't give a fuck. If I was Jeff Bezos, dude, I'd be telling everybody to suck my dick right now.
If you're Jeff Bezos, you'd have a decoy rocket.
Yeah.
So that everyone pays attention to that one.
Dude, I would have been like, oh yeah, my rocket does look like a dick. Do you guys want to suck it? How about that?
Paint that bitch black.
Yeah. Suck my fucking rocket, you fucking dummies. I'm the fucking genius that built the greatest company on earth, and the rest of you can just lick my toes. And I'll pay you more than your job pays you to do something real. I'll pay you that to lick my fucking toes. How about that?
I'm in.
Yeah, I would do it.
I'm in.
I'd do it.
That's what I need for a universal basic.
Double my salary, I will lick Jeff Bezos' toes clean. I don't care.
I will polish his rocket balls with my tongue,
dude,
bro.
It takes 10 minutes. Like,
you've already done the math in your head for this?
Dude, 1 minute a toe?
What if he's really into it, though? What if it's 30 minutes?
That's fine, dude. That's too much, because that's 5 hours of my time. That's way too much. So
that's still like a part-time. He'll give you an hour lunch, bro. How's that? So it's 4 hours of your time plus an hour lunch.
No, because it'll still take 5 hours to do the sucking. That's beside the point.
No, it's not. I want to know. I want to know how important this money is to you.
If you double my salary, I would do it for 5 hours. Yeah. I'd get over it. Eventually, you'd just be like, this is just what I do. It's just...
this is what I do. It's not who I am.
I go, yeah. I go, and I just, like, I lay down, like, under his, like, lazy boy that floats or whatever the fuck he has.
Oh, so you're, like, fucking painting the Sistine Chapel roof with your tongue?
And but I'm in that position before he gets there. It's not like he's sitting down and I go under. No.
No, he presents his toes to you.
Yeah. I'm right under there. He's like, this one's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of bothering me. Could you work that one a little more? Like, gotcha.
You even point to a thing on a scale of 1 to 4. How rough do you want it? 7.
He's like, this one's callous. Can you just chew on that a little bit? And just
Gross, bro.
He doesn't have calluses,
bro.
He's
gross.
He
might just from sitting, you know.
Yeah, but that's on
those
that's on his
orthopedic
ass.
shoes.
That's not no. You don't have $100 billion and have calloused feet. You just don't. You don't work hard enough. You're not on your feet enough.
Or you're trying to find a cure for calluses, and that's why you've developed this multi-billion-dollar company.
Because you're the one. You're like, I'm going to develop calluses so that I can cure myself.
Yeah.
I'm gonna work it on myself, like the guy that fucking made the polio vaccine.
Yeah, it's like the Dr. Octopus of the world.
Yeah.
Just, I'm fucking figure this shit out myself. Gross. You eat his corn, you shit it out.
Yeah.
You're right. If he doubled my salary, though,
yeah, dude.
fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah,
dude. It's not even double. So slightly less than double. I'm in.
Yeah, it's fine.
How much do you need to make a week where you're not balling, but you're like, okay, I'm not tripping now?
Like $1,000.
$1,000 a week.
Yeah, that's reasonable, right?
Yeah.
4,000 a month, 48 a year, 48,000 a year.
You're right. $1,000 a week is cushy.
Yeah, golden, dude.
How do we do that? We make our careers pop.
Jeff
bro.
Bezos. Do you need toe suckers?
Yeah, right.
One for each foot.
Yeah, we'll get them done in twice the time.
We'll
bro.
live together in your pool house.
Fuck this. I'm starting a petition. Here we go.
Start a petition to let George and William be Jeff Bezos' toe suckers for $50,000 a year.
He's like, that's it, bro. I'll give you that in cash now.
I'll pay you up front.
Yeah. Huh, is that per week or? Well, yeah. That's per week, bro.
Yeah, per week.
He probably doesn't
care.
Understand the value of money anymore.
Probably not.
Like he just, I want that.
You kind of have to a little bit. You have to kind of understand.
But it's probably at the scale of like expenses.
I mean, he knows
business.
He can get anything.
Yeah, like he probably doesn't walk around the world. Like he can probably buy a Formula One company.
Yeah, you can buy anything.
I'll take 3 of them.
Well, dude, he probably like sits down on Netflix and is just like scrolling through and like comes across that F1 show. He's like, huh. I've never thought about that. I think I'm going to do it. Just jots it down on a fucking notepad next to him, you know?
Racing rockets. Done. What are we going to call it? R1. I'm ready. Let's go.
Yeah, dude. That becomes a video game.
Yeah.
Exclusively on Amazon Luna.
Ooh. Oh, you know what? That's a nice little transition into Amazon because Amazon's got that. I don't know if you saw their MMO, New World. It's in like a closed beta right now, and it's apparently super popular.
This is Amazon?
Yeah, I believe so. And that's, yeah, I'm gonna make sure
it's called New World.
New World, yeah.
That sounds very like
Bezos-y?
very Illuminati-y.
Yeah. So it's apparently being. I mean, again, it is a closed beta, so you kind of have to take everything with a grain of salt because those are people that are hyped for it. But it's got very positive reviews. I think it's supposed to come out in like August, like the end of August. But apparently, I'm looking for numbers, but the headline says Amazon's New World game spreads hype and melts video cards in an unexpected popular closed beta.
Oh, wow.
So, like I said, it's been positive. I haven't been watching it, but it pops up on my Reddit once in a while, and people are very excited about it.
How am I not getting more of this information? If anybody should be getting this on their Instagram feed, all I do is click D&D stuff, World of Warcraft stuff, and comedy stuff. Why do I not get more RPG shit?
Are you following the hashtags? You can follow hashtags, and it'll show up on your feed. Yeah.
I did not know
you
that.
Can't. You just figured out Reels, and now you learned about hashtags.
I'm so old,
Look
dude.
at you fucking boomer.
I'm excited. I didn't know there was another one coming out. I can't remember what the name was, but I heard about it a while back. But I haven't heard anything since. But I'm always for like a new MMO, dude. If they're gonna try to compete with World of Warcraft, fucking good luck. You know, but I'm not gonna stop
and they're not ignoring this issue either. The New World Twitter released a statement, and it says hundreds of thousands of people have played in the New World closed beta, with millions of total hours played. We've, however, received a few reports of players using high-performance graphics cards experiencing hardware failure when playing New World. I think take high performance out of there because that makes your game just sound broken, you know? Like, oh, we're just breaking the best. Like, they have I think they said a lot of reported melt bricks were GeForce RTX 3090s. Like, fucking fans that are 4 inches. Like,
and they can't handle it.
Yeah, I don't know if it might just be like a buffering issue because it doesn't say that it's a glitch or anything. It's like a DirectX problem.
It's just how they're making the game, right?
Probably,
they're just pumping in as much as they can, and I think that's smart because now you're looking ahead to the future of like, of course, technology is going to get better. It's gonna be able to the game is going to be able to be run in future. Hardware and specs, much easier.
Like Crysis.
Give it a year or two, and you'll be fine.
The problem is that Amazon, if this launch gets canceled, this would be the third cancellation that they've had in a row of their MMO and their online
for this game specifically.
No, for Amazon in general. Like they've been trying to hit that online MMO RPG market a lot, and so their first one was a shooter called Crucible that they had to discontinue. And then in April, they canceled the, I don't know if you remember, we talked about it slightly, the Lord of the Rings MMO that's supposed to be online. And they were trying to like pitch that as like their kind of exclusive when they dropped their service and stuff. So those two both got canceled, and this one looks like it might be on its way to possibly being canceled as well.
Really?
Yeah. So that would be 3 for 3
because of
because of this issue, because it was such a big patch, and because it's supposed to come out next month. It's supposed to come out at the end of next month.
So they have to like condense.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
figure
and
out how to get it to run on lesser machines, or people aren't going to play it.
Yeah. Exactly. So maybe now that he's back in from space, they can adjust some of their benchmarks a little.
I don't think Jeff Bezos has anything to do with that. I think he hires someone and goes, "You oversee that."
You think he forgets about it sometimes?
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh yeah, we're making a game.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
shit,
is it gonna be dope?" People hated it. I'm like, oh well. Who cares? I have $100 billion.
Can I make another one?
Yeah, let's try again.
What's it? Amazon's such a good name. It's such a nondescript like.
I mean, it's a rainforest.
What do we make? Everything, bro. Everything.
I don't know how you come up, like how you land on that for a name. Amazon bookstore. Like that's weird.
It's too good.
It's perfect.
Cramazon. I don't know how to come up with a good name. Oh.
Was he just a fan of the Amazon rainforest?
Maybe he likes Wonder Woman. I don't know.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe he's a fucking fag.
Isn't he married?
I don't know.
I don't know. I remember he got divorced, right?
Oh, shit. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
As a billionaire, though, I mean, you could just buy a new wife.
Yeah, for sure.
He's probably building a wife.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
As Ex Machina?
Yeah, it's probably just a passion project for him at this point. He's like, I don't know how to solder, but I'll learn. He's like, I'm going to start building robots. And they're like, to man the spaceships? Yeah. That's it. How many do you need? Just one. I just got to take one. Does it need a uniform? Not really. No. What is this requisition for 60 cubic feet of humanized rubber? Hang on. What? Oh, that's weird, but I'll make use of it. I'll find a way to fucking use it. What are these silicon breasts for? Oh, wow. That is... Huh. I was just trying to get tennis balls, but I got breasts? I'll figure it out. Amazon, am I right? Let's fucking call him. Could you imagine if he fucking buys his own shit through his own company and then they fuck it up, dude? And he calls his own customer service. You're fired. Hey, you? Yes, sir. Fuck. He's like, where are you from? He's like, Texas. What's your name? Matthew. What's your real name? Shankar. No, Jeff goes, I can't understand you. Can you get someone that speaks clearly on here? We're so rude. They're going to sign a petition to cancel us. That's fine. That'd be the best thing to happen to us. Yeah. Oh, dude, did you see, probably not, because you're not getting these feeds on your feed, I guess, that earlier this month, somebody bought a sealed copy of Super Mario. No, you tell me how much somebody sold Super Mario 64 for at an auction. $312,000. I'll give you 2 more guesses. Okay. Warm or cold? That's cold, I guess. Okay. $1.3 million. Warmer. Oh my god.
$3.79 million.
Too high. It was 1.5.
Wow. I think I might still have a copy. Is it like sealed and
For
unopened?
us, yeah.
Okay, that's understandable.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
is it though? Is that understandable?
No.
It's like when someone pulls out a big old thing of like magic cards, and you're like, I've never opened these. It's worth $4,000, and you're like, why? What's in it? And they're like, cards.
I think
Like, okay.
in that market, the price is not. That's secondary. You know, for those people, what they want is the piece, and they just
Yeah,
have
but they're not going to
liquid
open
money.
it.
But that's
They
what
don't
I'm
even
saying.
know
Like,
what's in it.
it's not okay for us. It's fine for them. Like, that's reasonable
Right.
for them because they don't. They just want the item. They don't care how much it costs because I guess it says 2 days before somebody bought Legend of Zelda sealed for 1.2. So this seems to be, and I think that was the record for sealed game, was somebody paying over $1 million. I think Legend of Zelda might have been the first one that paid $1 million for a sealed copy.
It's just like, why?
I don't know, because like if it's a Game Boy game,
Dude, if it gets caught in a fire,
oh buddy,
gone.
yeah, and like those games are dead also too. You have to open them to replace the battery, otherwise they're not.
Also, the game wouldn't even work even if you did open it.
Correct.
Wow.
Right. Yeah, or it would work, but you can't save because the CMOS on the board is battery powered.
Jesus
so you need
Christ,
to replace that.
That's so annoying. Dude.
Yeah. So like what?
So like, the intention is not to play it; it's just to have it. But
Yeah.
if you have money like that you're spending on it doesn't matter. You're Jeff Bezos.
I guess. Yeah.
That's $1.
I guess
you know?
I get that purchase though more than I get like the NFTs purchase.
I don't understand what those are.
You
I
just
frankly don't.
you're
get
just
it.
buying copyrighted stuff,
But
and you're allowed.
How
to
is
use
it copy? But somebody could be like, I pulled out this Pokemon card. I'm gonna sell it as an NFT. What makes that? How do they? How
The
do you
market.
Know, how do you know that that's the actual one?
The market.
But how do you know? What if they just send you another card that's just like it looks the same?
They're just cheating you. I know,
Yeah, I don't get it, dude. I just don't understand. And they'll be like, this picture is NFT. Like, wait, this one that I can download to my what are you talking about? Like, you're posting it on Twitter. What do you mean? How is that NFT? I can get it for free. Can I sell it? I don't understand. Do I don't have the file?
But like,
you need the source code. What's going on?
yeah, I think NFTs they're like what's the word? Like Bitcoin, they use that blockchain technology where everything's signed digitally through the algorithm and not through the person, and I think that's how NFTs work. Where like there's no middleman. Like you can sign it, but you have to get it like it's an online notary, I guess, is the blockchain for NFTs, where they verify, they mark, and now your file, that specific file with that specific, bit chain code.
And then can I sell that to
Yes.
someone else for more?
Yes.
And what
probably.
happens to that money? Do I
That's
get that
now-
money,
yeah.
or does that go
Yeah.
to that person
No,
because
that's
their token?
The purchase is now that's what I'm saying. Like you're buying almost like a copyright to use, sort of. Yeah, it's fucking stupid.
Should we do an NFT?
Nope.
Okay, you sure?
Nope. Yeah, because the blockchain technology is, while reliable and mathematically sound, it still requires electricity. It still requires things that can be fudged, and like, as much as I don't like it, greenbacks and money, that's the way to go. I'm not trying to invest in Bitcoin and have my value float in the cloud.
Yeah.
Because if your blockchain wallets go out or somebody's not accepting that money doesn't mean anything. So
right. Yeah, it's like, what good is Bitcoin if nobody accepts it?
yeah, what are you, just shopping on Newegg, bro? Like
Right.
that's
Do they accept it?
Yeah, they do.
Of course they do.
Fucking nerds. But then even then it's become a hobby. Like it's like an intangible foreign exchange.
And like deflation, inflation fluctuates so much that you don't want to spend it.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I could spend this on. You've heard the story of the guy that like got Bitcoin, bought a pizza with it, and then like, if like they went through the roof or whatever, so it was like that was like $1,000 pizza, or I don't know how stocks work, but like the idea of that happening to me would drive me crazy.
Yeah, it's infuriating.
Yeah,
because it's volatile. It's
Right.
too
Right.
unpredictable, and yeah, I don't.
It's an investment right now, but it's like, into what?
Dude, I remember Rogan getting a full Bitcoin when it started, and it was like $12.
Yeah, Now they're like 50,000.
Yeah, and
like
also from last
48,000.
I heard, they can't access that wallet. So then there's that problem as well.
Oh yeah,
because he lost the passwords and stuff, and it's like now that no one gets that.
That's why I did it through Cash App.
Yeah,
because it was like I always have my login there, and I hope they have a.
Yeah, but even then, when you're trying to trade like bulk, they become a problem.
Yeah. It was a real problem when I did my taxes, because it was like I had to wait for like their forms from selling like stocks and like that shit. And I was like, where are they? And they're like, well, we're going to get it to you. And it's like, well, when? And it just took forever.
Yeah.
And it was annoying.
Fucking, because there's probably like 6 people who work there,
Probably.
They're just taking money from us.
It's fine.
And fucking NFTs. This world's weird. This world is bananas. I mean, we should really just trade in gold.
We should just start a scam.
I think NFTs are scams.
Yeah.
So it's Bitcoin and Dogecoin.
I mean, you've heard of like, well, there was like what do they call a cryptocurrency that like was started like overseas, and like they had this whole like big production behind it, and then they're like getting people to buy in, and then they were like deuces. Like,
that's great.
You're just gonna take your money and bounce.
That's great.
Yeah, dude. That's what we should do.
Especially if you signed like an NDA saying this is your risk.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah, dude. And it's like $2 from like, you know, 1 million
1,700 people.
Yeah, it's like,
fuck, dude. Yeah, absolutely.
Let's get out of here. You know?
I'm in. Let's scan some people. Like let's
be a con man.
We've been working hard for a long time, and it hasn't paid off.
It hasn't paid off.
Let's just fucking steal some white people's money.
Going by the book never works.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah,
there's got to be a place where it does.
Focus on white people. That's where the money is. No offense.
Yeah, if you have a boat, we can talk.
Yeah.
This hype beast is like crashing my computer right now.
The what?
This website that I got this article on.
Oh,
but it's like, how is the internet still this broken? You know, where like you can click
your computer.
You can click certain because it's just this website.
Oh. They try to put on too many ads that move and stuff.
Yeah.
You know,
did they not have a fucking MySpace back in the day? Like, do you not understand that you can have
overload it?
Yeah, you can have one glitter tag.
Well, their ad time is more important to them than your satisfaction with their website.
I mean, I would love to see like a metric on companies and their websites and stuff, like what your traffic looks like, what's your click through rate? Cause
what money do you get from what sponsors? At, like,
yeah, they have to be raking in just.
It's crazy.
Between people and bots like that are trolling the internet for information, it's got to be
Dude,
so much.
I always think about like when I leave Bo at home, I'll put on my iPad like it's like 15-hour like dog relaxation music, and then like I'll put it up. There'll be an ad at the beginning. I'm like,
you should really vet
that one.
those.
I know, and then I'll look at the bottom and you notice all the yellow hash marks, and they're fucking like every like 25 minutes, and it's like I'm not even here to skip them, you fucking assholes. And it's like I don't know what kind of subliminal messages are being put into my dog's
58
brain.
minutes in, kill your
exactly,
kill your owner, kill your owner,
burn down the house, start the oven, like all that shit.
Piss on the couch,
exactly,
rip up his pillows.
They just have like dogs growling, fireworks going off and shit.
Oh, that'd be fucked up. Dude. Just traumatizing dogs.
That's what I'm saying. You don't know. It's 15 hours long.
Wasn't that like that was like a controversy at one point where like the kids' videos they were saying were like malicious and there was shit going on in them and stuff?
Well, and like I don't know. There's some videos that get lumped into like the kids' ones that are like really disturbing and weird.
By like the algorithm?
Yeah. And it's not like...
Is it like a hashtag thing, or is it a description thing, or is it like even maybe a visual algorithm
I think it's that. I think it's like or like it's like a cartoon so it's like, oh, it's a cartoon, and then it's like it ends up being like a little dark and a little like fucked up, but it's
like
not
salad fingers.
It's not, I don't know what that is, but it's not necessarily violent. But it's like, this is disturbing, like Five Nights at Freddy's. Are you familiar with that? It's like this like horror game for kids, and it's just like really like weird. It's just I wouldn't let my kids play it, just because it's like I don't want you thinking like that.
Yeah,
it's just it's disturbing.
It's odd.
Yeah,
that's how kids get autism.
I mean, it's not. But...
I mean, yeah, it is. Would you go to college or something, bro?
Yeah,
that's definitely how it is.
Sure. No, they get it from vaccines. No.
Shh, don't tell them.
Yeah.
Do you think are you worried for our future?
Is this an interview today? Because you're just
Are
asking
you,
me a bunch of questions.
Now, where were you on the whereabouts?
You go back. You go
January
from like,
6th?
so what arcade would you like to have? How many people have you killed? It's like back and forth. You're trying to ease into the information.
Hang on. Don't jump the gun here. Now let's talk about potentially murdering someone.
Yeah.
How would you do it?
You're just getting me to say all this crazy shit.
Do you think OJ killed his wife? Really?
I don't think he did it personally, but I think he definitely had a hand in it.
I think his son did it.
Oh shit! I didn't even know he had a son.
Yeah, yeah. His son is the one person that
they never
was
talk
involved, like in the area, and never got interviewed.
Really?
He never got interviewed because immediately OJ already claimed responsibility. Like by the time everything was kind of hit the fan, OJ was kind of already on the run. He was already suspect number one, so there was no reason to. But if you think about it, if you came home and your son had done something, and you're like, what the fuck? You know, and now there's also all the evidence.
Who was that? Was his son with
Well, that's
what's her face?
His story is uncorroborated because he claims he was somewhere else, but there are other reports of him being in the area within the 2 hours with which the incident would have happened.
Probably would have had access to his Bronco and the gloves that would have been smaller.
The gloves. That's the smoking gun.
I'm
is
getting
that
fucking chills
that's
right
the
now,
smoking
dude.
gun? Is that the gloves fit him?
Yeah, but not OJ.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then so
also OJ putting on a glove like this.
Oh,
the
hilarious.
only fucking
hilarious.
way. Oh, I've never put this on. I don't know. I don't fucking know.
The face he was making.
Yeah.
I wonder what noises he was making. I wish I was there. I wish I was a fly on the wall.
Your Honor, as you can see,
the strongest football player known to man just fucking can't get this glove on.
Can't rip a single seam.
You think it would just like rip through at some point.
I wonder if that's like a felony to like destroy evidence.
Oh, when they told you.
What if they tried? That's what they were trying to get him on. What if that's the conspiracy? They're like, come on, put it on.
Pull harder.
But yeah, so I mean, that made sense in my head because if my son did it and I covered up for him and I went to jail for it,
you're not going to be like, well, what about him?
Yeah, and I would totally write a book and say, if I did it, this is probably how I would do it.
Right,
you know, that's no fucking.
So in theory, could OJ's son be tried for that?
Probably not.
Why?
Because wasn't he found guilty?
No.
But not.
Nope. Not guilty.
There was a weird stipulation that.
No. It was they sued again for wrongful death, and they won that one. Yeah,
that's right.
And then he went to jail for like stealing his
own shit. That's how you know he didn't do it.
Yeah.
You can get away with that, but you can't get away with that? Really? Okay. Fucking asshole.
Yeah. So yeah, no.
I think it's too far. Most of the evidence is too gone.
There's a statute of limitations for
but
murder,
it's also
bro.
There's
no evidence.
There's everything that places him in and around the scene is hearsay. No, there's no official. There's no official police reports. There's no. But I mean, again, it's
no
the
fingerprints.
Yeah, it's the timing of everything. You know,
Yeah.
like we saw. You saw it on Netflix. Like everything happened, fucking back to back, basically.
Yeah.
And it's like there wasn't any time to do anything.
Yeah.
So.
Dude.
Plus, I heard he was.
Can't imagine.
I heard OJ was only in the Bronco for so long because he wanted to hear like the end of a game or something.
Really?
Like, yeah, he was like, hang on, we'll go after this is done.
Hold on, wait
till fourth quarter, bro.
Overtime is like, I guess we're staying longer, bro.
Yeah, take the 60. There's always traffic.
Yeah. Like there won't be now, you fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Could you imagine being someone on the side, like trying to get home that day? And then fucking OJ is running from the cops.
At 30 miles an hour.
I would have been so mad.
On the fucking 405.
I wonder how long they kept those freeways open, like closed, I mean.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they probably just followed him, you know? And
you think? And
you
then
saw the
they just,
trail.
all right, open it up.
Yeah.
He's gone.
As long as they're away in the area. Because it was a slow chase. I remember watching that. Like,
what year was that? It was like 94?
93?
Yeah,
94?
I was way too young.
Hell,
and
like,
I was in Michigan. I don't even know if they were aware it was happening.
I mean, but I was in Hawaii.
And then people in Michigan, they were like, what, black dude killed someone? Yeah, of course.
Why are we putting this on the news?
It happens every day.
Yeah. Yeah, you give him a fucking medal, bro.
Yeah.
Give it. Yeah, I have very very vivid memories of watching it, but not like anything that happened around for my life, like what happened around that. But it's odd to remember watching it and then driving on the same freeway. Like it's a weird, like, hey man, this is where OJ was.
Yeah, it was. I remember when I moved here and like you go to LA a few times for comedy, and like you'd be driving on the 405.
I think so.
And somebody would be like, yeah, this was the freeway that OJ drove down. You're like, what? Like it's just a weird kind of look.
And then they're like, yeah, you see that overpass? People just lined up, bro. People just waiting.
Yeah.
Like, what a juice!
So
what
crazy,
a juice! Man. I mean, because up until that point, he was America's sweetheart.
Yeah. People loved him.
He was Bill Cosby. He was the juice. I didn't realize how big he was until later in life. Of like, oh shit, this is like Wheaties box level, like,
and then
fame.
Considering where he was living at that time, yeah, dude. He was on another level.
Yeah, that's true.
He was in the rich white people area.
Yeah. Brentwood, I think they have a homeless problem now.
Yeah, probably. I mean, everywhere does.
Dude, there was
We're
a
in
dude.
Riverside.
There was a dude walking here, and I'm like, dude, there's nowhere. Like, did you come from the freeway? Like, where did you walk from?
What are you talking about? The woods would be a great place to camp out.
But he was on the street with his stuff, and the only place he could come from, in my head, is the forest. Or not the freeway. The forest.
Yeah. Well, I mean.
He's not a fucking wood sprite, bro. He's
a woodland sprite.
Yeah, this is like 3:00 in the morning. He's got all this stuff, bro. I'm like, where did you come from? Looks like someone in a pickup truck was like, all right, get your shit, get out.
Probably jumped off a semi truck.
That seems like fun. Like going back in the day, jumping on trains and stuff.
Should we try that?
Traveling through. I'm down.
As we do a comedy tour, just hitchhiking and hopping trains and train hopping tour.
What do we call it? Off the rails.
Off the rails. Train hopping tour. The Hobos for Life tour.
That's too close to homos for life, and I don't want people to roast us.
Yeah, well, it's fine. I have something that happened in the gaming community. Despite Blizzard's shortcomings lately, there has July, it was 23rd, looks like. So about 4 or 5 days ago now, maybe, the first world mythic kill of the newest raid, the final boss, was downed. So in World of Warcraft, with your raids, you have 4 tiers of difficulty. There's the Raid Finder difficulty, which is just like you log in, push a button, and it puts you in a party to do the raid, and it's really easy.
Oh, cool.
It's super easy, yeah. So you can see the content and not have to like stress about strategy all the time. And then there's like normal mode, which you have to like get people together and actually go to the raid as opposed to just being ported in.
Right.
And you have to go through the extra steps. And then there's heroic mode, and then there's mythic mode. So there's 4 levels of difficulty.
That sounds exhausting.
It is very exhausting. So I personally just finished the normal mode this past week.
Okay.
For the first time. So these guys finishing mythic would have done that plus heroic multiple times. Like probably 2 or 3 times before, because they'd have to get the gear. Right. They'd have to and then they're doing dungeons on top of that to get gear from there.
What's the playtime for that then? If you're at the ballpark, just to get there, not to win, but to get there, to get to the mythic, to be like in ready.
The race,
yeah.
Because there was like a race to the world first, like on Twitch, like it was a whole thing. It's your job. It's your job.
That's what you're doing.
Yeah. That's your job. You're spending the better part of your day. You probably have sponsors. Like these are teams. Like they're streaming. They're making their money that way so that they can do this.
It's like Ready Player One's Race to the Key.
Yeah, yeah. It's like once you're in it, that's what you're doing now. And it's weird because like since they're doing Mythic now, like they're not. There's a lot of variables that go into this. So when you do Mythic, you have to have like the same group. Like if someone has gone through, they'll be locked out of other raids, of other Mythic raids. So you can't like do multiple ones. Like you're in that one.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because like on heroic, or normal, you can like, I'll join this one. I'll do 3 bosses. I'll jump out, and like a couple days later, I'll jump in again. I'll do a different 3 bosses.
You gotta like sign up for that, and that's your crew.
Yes, and it's like, and it's a weekly reset. And that's the same for all of them. But even in Mythic though, you won't be able to even go practice. Like in normal, if I kill the first boss, I can leave, get a new group, and go back and kill the first boss again. I just won't get loot.
Okay. Yeah.
So I can practice.
You can run through it. Yeah.
Yeah. But with Mythic, it's just good luck.
You go.
Yeah. So and I've never done a Mythic boss on any raid that's ever come out. That's how hard it is. Like our guild is like heroic. We try to get to the end of heroic by the end of the patch, and like if we do that, we're satisfied.
Nice.
Because Mythic's like it's
pro.
top tier
pro
professional
shit.
raid. Yeah, it's real shit. We might do like 1 or 2 Mythic bosses just for fun, but it
shout out to the leader.
Yeah, shout out to the guild leader, Moonwell Dancers. Anyway, so the guild that got the first kill is called Echo, followed by who was it? Followed by was it Big Dumb Gaming? Either way, Echo got the first kill, and they put out a thing of like how much gold it cost them in game to do this. Okay.
What's like? I don't know. I guess I need a comparison to what's a standard gold transaction in terms of, armoring up or whatever, getting ammo, whatever you need.
It depends. It's weird because like it'll vary from server to server because it'll have its own little economy.
Right.
So there's like a microcosm of the economy in there, and so it's different in each one. But when you get to the numbers that they're boasting, it doesn't matter what
it's
server
like Bezos.
you're on. It's ridiculous. Okay, so I found the one for the second place. The second place was Limit was the guild that made it. But okay, so they put theirs out. 6 million gold in repairs. So like when you die, your equipment takes durability damage and you have to repair it to get it back to top, or else like it doesn't perform as well.
Right.
25 million gold in consumables, healing potions, mana potions, flasks which increase your stats, augment runes that you do before fights that increase your stats. These little things that like we're talking about small percentages that over the course of a 15-minute fight that this final boss is.
Between how many people?
I think they did 2 4 13. So like 19 people.
Okay.
2 tanks, 4 healers, 13 damage dealers. So 25 million in consumables, 70 million gold in PvP carries. So they're paying people to run them through player versus player stuff to get them better gear.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're contracting out your worker. All right, give me your shit.
Exactly.
Here's
more
your
or
money.
Less, more or less. Like, take me with you so I can get your credit,
also,
basically.
I don't have time for this, so let's go.
160 million gold on BOEs. So BOEs it stands for Bind on Equip. So when you get an item, it'll either be bind on equip, so when you put it on, it's now bound to your soul. It's soul bound. You can't give it to anyone else. Or when you first get it, if you don't equip it, you can trade it. You can sell it on the auction house, and they're usually really expensive because they're world drops and they're rare and they're really good. So they spent 160 million gold on that type of gear on auction houses, however it may be. And then they took out loans from other guilds. I didn't know this was a thing. I've been playing this game for like 10 years.
That's bananas.
And I didn't know that was a thing. 18 million gold in debt.
How do you become the Iron Bank in World of Warcraft? Because that's what I want to do.
I don't know. Like, and like I know my guild has like several million, like, because there's a guild bank and you can like everybody can put in and it's like we have several million there, and it's like, all right, if they asked us for like anything, we'd be like 2 million. Like, all right, that pays for a portion of our repairs. You know?
Yeah.
Like, it's so crazy to me. It blows my mind, man.
That's bananas.
It's so crazy.
I feel like they should have. I like BOE and things being soulbound. I like that idea, and I think in Ready Player One that should have been explored more because it would have made, I think, the world feel less crazy because it's like now this, you have Artemis and you have all those people that have these items, but they can only trade it if they haven't used it the moment you use it. It's now it's stuck on you. Now it would make more sense.
Stuck on you. I think there's a there's a thing in Ready Player One. I mean, when I was reading it, that like it got to a point where it was like, all right, it's no longer about like the references, it's just about the story, and that's when it got like, all right, let's just finish this. And like if he would have taken the time to like continue that kind of thing, like that kind of it would have made that book so much better.
Yeah, and it would have made those epic moments where like, oh yeah, I have this item that I won that I can only use for 8 seconds, but that's fine because that's all I need it for. Like those moments would have been more powerful. Yeah. It kind of felt like he was writing on a deadline. Yeah. By the back half of that. Yeah. He's like, oh, I just need a big battle scene now.
Pretty much. Yeah. Yeah, it was kind of sad. But anyway, the final boss in the Sanctum of Domination, Sylvanas Windrunner, has been killed. That's the bottom line. Great fight. Fucking awesome fight. Like I said, I did it. I think I finished it on Saturday last week, and it's so many fights in WoW. It's like, okay, here you're on this platform, and here's the mechanics, and let's just like rinse and repeat kind of thing.
Wait for your cooldowns.
Maybe like next. two or three phases. Know this mechanic. When you get this debuff on you, run over here. It's a lot of that. Avoid the swirly things on the ground. It's a lot of that stuff, and there is a lot of that in this fight. But this was like, okay, you start on this huge platform. There's a bunch of that shit going on. Once you get it to a certain amount, there's a cutscene. You go to a different place, and now you're running like through these fucking like. So it's so complicated. The Sanctum of Domination is like this big fucking like tower thing that the jailer has his army in, essentially, and it's held down by huge chains. So at the end of this fight, you're like running on these chains, and like you have NPCs that are like building bridges for you to go across these, and you're fighting mobs the whole time. And it's just like a whole like thing, and then you get to fuck another part, and now you're on platforms, and you have to like take this debuff over to this platform and fly back because you have to like jump across because it gives you a mechanic. And then, oh, she's going to destroy this one. We have to get over here. So we have to do enough damage to her before we get to all the platforms, or we're just going to die. It's fucking wild. So with the race to the mythic world first, there was a lot of drama. It's weird to say in that context, but it was like, so in normal and heroic modes, the fight ends when she gets to 50%. That's just how it goes. So all these guilds are pushing, they're trying to get to 50%, and they get her to 50%, and it doesn't end.
Oh.
And they're like, what the fuck? And then they wipe it's at like 49.9, and they're like, what is going on? Like, the fight was supposed to end. Turns out on Mythic, you have to get her to 45%.
Oh.
Yeah.
And nobody knew?
They had no idea. They had no idea. And it was just like, you can see, and like you have, if you go on their website, whatever, their Twitters, whatever, they have like, because they're all streaming. It's all televised, whatever. You can see their faces when it happens, and they're just so defeated. So defeated, man. Just like, I don't know, like,
to move the finish line like
dude,
that
it's
without
just so disrespectful.
Anybody? Yeah.
But it's just that's Mythic though. Like it's just what it is. And so like they like literally just once they found out that it was 45%, they're like, oh well, we can't meet this yet, so we have to figure something out. So they just left, and they're like, we have to go back to the drawing board. And they went through like a whole bunch of things to like bring in like different ideas, and like, here we can go to get this. This will increase this person's DPS by this much, and like this just enough. Like they're in like intricate details, like down to the 10th of a percent.
Bananas.
Yeah, and another thing too. There was one guild that was getting really close, to winning, and so there's this one ad that they were like, okay, let's just put 2 or 3 people over here. We'll give a tank, a DPS, and a healer. We'll just keep that ad over there. Everybody else focus on the boss, and we'll just ignore that ad. And literally in the middle of their pull, while they were doing this, Blizzard was like, no, absolutely not. That's not how this goes. So they, in the middle of their fight, they put in a mechanic to wipe the raid from that ad because they took too long to kill it. In the middle of the fight. Yeah, dude. So and like that, so that blew my mind too, because I'm like, I didn't realize Blizzard was like watching.
They're
that
not like
closely.
I didn't know they're actively fucking like, oh, you're close.
Oh, they're exploiting this?
Nah.
No. It's not gonna go like that.
Server down for the next hour.
Yeah,
we'll,
dude.
We'll fix it.
But that makes me happy too, because you don't want those bullshit kills. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want them exploiting. Like, if you hadn't intended it for it to go that way, you don't want them. You know what I mean? Because then it's like they get it, and now they're gonna fix it. Probably like they would have fixed it after that,
after getting
and
it.
then everybody else would have gotten screwed.
Right.
So, I respect it, but it's such a fucking crazy move to do it in the middle of their poll,
especially to the people that take it the most seriously.
Yeah.
Like
and you're 10 minutes into this fight.
Yeah.
At this point, it's a 15-minute fight. Like.
Yeah. You're 180 grand in the hole for
crazy.
gold, and
Yeah.
you're like, "Hey, man!
Oh my god!
Oh, guess we're gotta take out another loan."
Yeah. So I think though at the end of that list, the guy said it was like 279 million total.
That's crazy.
And they were like, well, we had a pretty sizable amount of gold beforehand, so we're in less debt than we were in like previous patches and in instances like this, because these guilds are constantly on the forefront.
Right.
So yeah, man, it was crazy.
So
it was
I mean,
crazy.
what's next for them then? Just
probably get the fastest kill. They all went out to dinner. They took a picture of like at this long table of like them having dinner, and they're just all like super white, socially awkward dudes. You just keep doing the fights. You stream, you give advice. That's probably what I would do. Write strategy guides. Continue to gear up.
Loan yourself out to
Yep.
help other people get through stuff. And
Get ready to get ready for the next round of content. You know, that's really all you can do. That is kind of, because it's been
that
like
sounds exhausting, but it sounds fun.
It took 8 days.
Shit,
8 days.
Ain't nobody got time for that. It's not that fun.
From when Mythic. So when they released it, they released normal and heroic together, and then I think a week or two later, Mythic came out.
Right. Because I assume there's at least 10 guilds that are like actively trying to do the same thing, and to just dedicate 8 days of your life basically to.
Oh, I mean, and it's more than that. I mean, that's just for that one, like
that one instance,
that one raid. Yeah, that one instance. I mean,
that's bananas.
Yeah. And I think there was probably one reset. I will.
If they draft you, I'm out.
Yeah, I have no problem doing that. But honestly, I could do both. If it came,
You bring your laptop into the green room and just like, hey, what's the Wi-Fi password? Cool.
Yeah, I need to raid.
Mobile hotspot, maybe just Velcro to the back of your laptop.
Yeah. I'll get a stream deck. No, I won't, because I won't play WoW. Blizzard needs to come out with a fucking stream deck. All that money they're going to save from not paying those developers.
Yeah, you got fresh talent in that'll work for less now.
Dude, if I could get like a handheld Blizzard thing where like it has like things on the bottom that you can touch as like the action bars.
Oh, that'd be dope.
And then it changes based on the game you're playing.
What do you call it?
Ooh.
The Blizzboard?
That's good. That's better than anything I would say. Man, so it's a tablet, tablets.
That sounds like a stripper's name.
Tableezy. The BattleNet. I don't know.
The Battleboard? I like alliteration.
You could play Hearthstone. If it's touchscreen, like you could do anything with it. You play Hearthstone, StarCraft 2. I started playing StarCraft 2 yesterday.
Okay.
For the first time ever.
And?
It's like every other RTS. It's such a weird thing about RTSs. They're all the same.
Yes, but it's kind of like the originator. You know, like a lot of the
mechanics. Warcraft is the
Warcraft, yes, but in terms of like the mechanics and
even before
the animations,
wasn't like Command and Conquer before them.
But those weren't big. Age
of Empires.
They have their cult followings, but I would say like
StarCraft was
mainstream. That was the one where the Korean kids were like, "This is my shit, bro."
Yeah, and like I get it, like it's cool, like there's a lot
visually, it's fucking stunning.
It is. StarCraft 2 is beautiful.
Yeah,
it's an amazing game. It's really cool. Like on the interface. Excuse me. So based on, because there's like the Marines and then the Zerg or whatever the fuck, and then there's like another faction too. I don't understand it yet, but based on which one you're playing, that little interface changes. I'm like, oh, that looks cool, like based on what you're doing. But again, it's like gameplay wise, it's like what? Nothing's changed since like StarCraft 1. It's the same thing.
This is like playing Halo Wars.
It's like it's like Age of Empires, but like there's no research. Like at least with that, I like that part of Age of Empires where it's like let's advance through like different.
Let's have these cowboys fuck up these engines.
Yeah, or like you had like eras.
Yeah,
it's like now we're in the fucking Stone Age.
You upgrade your civilization.
Yeah, whereas this one is just like just make Marines and just go kill stuff.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah, make 10,000 Marines, turtle up for half the game, and then let them loose.
I guess, dude. I don't.
It's the strategy, I think, that really, really set StarCraft apart. But because I think because there's no like upgrade ability, because everything's very like here's your battle this time, and it's faction on faction. It is more about the tactics present, and like so now you have someone who is for sure just gonna turtle the whole game. It's like how do you counter that when you're the wrong faction? It's more of a rock paper scissory kind of thing. Like how do you deal with this guy that is gonna do that because he's done that every time,
right?
And it works,
And to be frank, I don't plan on playing like PvP. I just plan on playing through the campaign.
It worked at this point if you go on
PvP. Yeah. I'm not ready for that. So I'll probably just play the campaign and just leave it at that and just see what it's like. But so far, like I said, it's just like click this, make these, bring them over here, auto kill, and it's like all right. Like
sometimes that's like my speed though. When I get home from work and I just want to sit and play, like I started playing Rocket League on the Switch. That's rewarding.
There's no exploring. Oh, we should play together then.
Oh,
Epic.
I think it's Epic. Yeah. It's been fun.
Rocket League's really fun.
It's been fun. It is difficult. The screen is the limitation, I'd say, just because I don't know how often you switch views, but just because there's so much information on such a small landscape that I'm like constantly going back and forth, like
from
ball
to
ball to car, ball to car, ball to car.
If I'm playing on my TV, I'm only looking at the ball.
Yeah, I tried that way, but it's just it's hard.
And I think when because you've only been playing like a couple days. Yeah. Once you start playing more, you kind of know like where those boost things are. Like you don't have to look anymore. Like you just happen to run over them. You're like, I don't know if I did that on purpose or if like it's just
you do that playing goalie a lot in reverse. You're like, oh yeah, I know there's one there.
You just get in that mode of knowing how to move, so it just takes time. That's a game that has like a really steep learning curve.
Oh, I feel it.
Very steep.
I feel it.
Yeah.
You got some fuckers, they're like, boom, boom, flip into it. It's like, how did you make that shot, bro?
Dude, it's fucking amazing.
I love the replays on that. They're so fun.
Yeah, they're cool. And Brian Matthews is one of those guys.
Yeah. I've seen him play, dude. I'm like, what you're doing looks accidental. That's what I told him.
It really does. It really does.
But you do it every time, and I know it's not.
Yeah, and then when you play against those guys, you're like, what's going on? Can I forfeit? I'll forfeit.
I'm just gonna leave.
Yeah, I'm done here. This is not worth my time. The extra games that they come out with are cool too. Like not just like there's just like the normal one with the ball and the goals and stuff, but they'll have like different times a year. Like during the winter, they had like a hockey one where like you could go behind the net and it was like a hockey puck instead of a ball. They have one that it's like instead of scoring goals, you try to get to hit the ball on the ground, and when it hits the ground, that tile disappears, and then you try to get the ball in there to score.
Cool.
That one's fun. That's a good one. I don't
think I have that kind of car control yet.
Yeah, it's a fun one. That's a fun game, man.
When I play Rocket League, it's the equivalent of me throwing a basketball from half court.
Yeah.
I'm like, I hope this goes someplace close by, and my teammate is also close by.
It's a lot of just like reacting and just being like, I hope I hit this right.
Yeah, I hope that I jumped high enough. Nope, I missed it. Oh, fuck.
Completely missed it.
I'm telling my team I'm defending, and then it goes past me.
Yeah.
I'm just going to leave. I'm so sorry.
Dude, it's one of those games where like, if you make one mistake, it's very noticeable, and it's very embarrassing.
Yeah, especially when it's on the replay. Yeah. And you're just, dude, so many times my car just goes right around the ball. It's like, sorry.
There are moments where I'm like, going toward a ball and then like jump to hit it and it just goes right over it. Like, God damn it. All the time.
Or someone demolitions me to get to the goal. I was like, that's embarrassing. That's basically a kill cam, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, essentially. Yeah.
Yeah. It's fun though. It's a good time.
Yeah.
I get pretty fucking mad though.
Really?
Yeah. I get pretty livid. Huh? Yeah. Even if it's just in casual, especially, but like Because I don't know if it's the algorithm. This game, too, I'm getting dropped in with people that are playing on Switches.
Oh.
And so I think they're just new players, and I'm like, push it in! You're the only one there. Push the fucking ball, and they're like, I'm just gonna go get this boost real quick. Motherfucker, dude.
Honestly, sometimes it's better when they leave and the bots take over.
Oh,
the
yes,
bots are actually better than some of the
players. It is. I've had a goalie that was like just sitting there, kind of wiggling, and I'm like, hey man, just go.
Yeah,
like go away. If you're not playing, just leave.
Mm-hmm. But like, when you do the ranked ones, if someone leaves, then it's just like 3v2, and that sucks.
Mm-hmm.
But it feels good when you win those games and you're like down a person. You're like, you guys suck. These are absolute garbage.
Loss on a power play. Good job for you, fuckers. Fucking dumbasses.
Short-handed goals all day, baby.
All right, we've been going about an hour and a half now,
Oh
so let's wrap this shit up. I don't know when this is dropping, so you got any shows in the next 2.5 months or so?
I don't know. We're gonna be back at Solario at some point.
Yeah, end of August for sure.
Fucking
yeah, nobody books us. I know.
Worthingtons on Thursdays.
Every Thursday.
Every Thursday, baby.
Bye.
Dope lineup this week. So.
Yeah, it'll be fun. I'm very proud of the lineups we put together. That it's a good show regardless.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
Thank you guys for listening. Where can they catch you, sir?
You find me at Willie_D20 across most platforms that I'm active on.
I'm at George F. We're at the Buddy System Co. Go to our website. And, hey, you probably were at our show. Thanks for going to our show. We appreciate it. Plenty of tickets sold. Only a couple left. I don't know how many are left. I'm just saying that because that's
a couple hundred left.
That's what you're supposed to say when you're promoting shows.
That's true.
But this
We're
is
running
coming
out
up
of
after.
seats.
So thank you guys for coming up to our shows. We really appreciate you guys. Stay tuned for season 3 of the Buddy Cast. That'll be dropping shortly. Thanks for listening, guys. We'll talk to you later.